Hello.
Hello.
How you doing? Right, we want to show you this book.
Tim Spector, Food for Life Cookbook, in association with Zoe.
Zoe, this is our Bible, really. This is what we've been working with since they filmed the Channel 4 programme, What Not to Eat, which you may or may not have seen on Channel 4 recently. But there are so many great recipes in here, aren't there? Mm-hmm. So many great recipes. Some of them you are already cooking, and we absolutely love. Yeah. Some of them you've adapted and done a few quirks to.
Yeah. And some I still have yet to discover.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because I'm doing more of the cooking nowadays, which is nice. Now then, this is written by Tim Spector, and we met Tim Spector when we were doing the filming for the Channel 4 What Not to Eat programme. I really liked Tim Spector. He's a doctor, he's a PhD, and it's all about gut health for him. And he is an ambassador really to try and get as much information into the world about ultra-processed foods and how they're not good for you. And how you should be starting to think about what you're eating. It's like he says, all the green stuff, we know that's good for you. And we know that all the, sugary, sweet, really sort of like pre-packaged foods that you just stick water in with, they're really bad for you.
But even things like ham, and this shocked me, really did shock me.
Hang on, so what I was explaining to you, the green things and you've got the bad things, but it's the bits in the middle. Everything else that's sold in the supermarket, you don't know. So now you talk about your ham.
Your ham. The way they showed us how the packaged ham is just processed. It's mush with all sorts of ingredients and processed, and they slice it up and it looks like ham. But it looks like what we assume ham looks like. But
it's all the horrible bits that nobody really wants, and it's all stuck together with gumpy glue and stuff.
Yeah.
and then they cook it and they sort of vacuum pack it and then they slice it. Excuse me. And that ham looks like it would come off a slice of gammon or something, but it's not. It's not. Rubbish.
Yeah, so that's just one example. There are so many different examples. But this is all plant-based. Yeah. Don't let that put you off. No. Because we have found that we've gone more of a plant-based diet now, haven't we? Yeah. It's not because we're vegans or vegetarians. No. There's nothing wrong with that, but we still eat meat. I still have a bit of chicken. Occasionally I'll make a chilli, but it's a fresh made chilli that we'll make here.
I'll tell you what though, if you're going to make a meal and with just plant-based, it's a lot cheaper than when you buy your cut of meat and put your cut of meat in. So, we're saving on our bills by doing this. And also, we're not drinking as much either.
No,
so
I think
that's another reason.
Holidays and holidays.
Yeah, it's another reason why our supermarket bill has come down, isn't it? I'm going to just read you something on the back of this book before I show you what's inside it. Tim says, food for me is the perfect combination of science and pleasure. The more I learn, the better it tastes. Drawing on everything we've learned at Zoe about the groundbreaking science of eating well, I want to show you how quick and simple it can be to cook gut-friendly food that's a pleasure to eat. We've packed this cookbook with inspiration to help you eat better every day, from quick lunches to healthy snacks. I've loved experimenting with how and what I eat, and I hope you also enjoy setting out on this new path to a better way of eating. And that's exactly how we feel.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's put that in a nutshell, really. Yeah. I mean, Davina McCall says delicious and astonishingly life-changingly simple.
Does she win?
She did.
Oh, did she write up that? Oh, that's Davina McCall.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then Dr. Rupi Ujla. Sorry, I can't spell your name properly, but it's Aujla, says phenomenal flavour, infused with science, a beautiful cookbook. And it really is.
It is.
I'm going to show you some of the things that we've been making. So we've got asparagus pearl barley risotto.
That's lovely.
This is wonderful, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So basically it's just leeks, and then you put pearl barley, a bit of garlic and a bit of salt. Then you add pearl barley after a bit and some green lentils. And then you put some water with it. And then you put it in the oven for 25 minutes. And then you pull it out and stick some grated parmesan and some little half centimetre cut asparagus. Shove it back in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes. Voila.
It's absolutely lovely. We're going to try and cook some of these on the Caddock later on when we're outside in the summer. Yeah. But that is, and it has that creamy, it's lovely that you get in a normal risotto, but it's beans and pulses.
And this one, now he actually did, was it on our show that he did this one? The broccoli, or was it? Sorry, was that on our show that he did this one, or was this?
I don't know whether it was our show or not.
Or did he do the? No, it might have done this for the show before. But this is
broccoli and walnut orecchiette.
Orecchiette, yeah.
Orecchiette is a pasta.
Yeah. So what you do is you put your pasta in the pan. Let's start letting that cook, and then you grab some cherry tomatoes and some walnuts, along with what we call boosting bouillon. Now, hang on, let me explain what the boosting bouillon is. So that's made of sunflowers and sunflower seeds and salt and
yeast.
Nutritional yeast, which you get, and then you can add chili flakes to it if you want, or you can add the chili flakes later as to how you taste, basically. And then you blitz up. And then it gives you like a what's it called? Seasoning.
Yeah, it's a seasoning. It's like a bouillon seasoning. So it's almost the same as like you get these stock cubes.
Yeah.
It's like that, but in a sort of a powdery form.
Yeah.
So you just want to take a teaspoon and sprinkle it onto the
Until
food,
you've got enough.
and you just season to taste. But the good thing about that is
there's nothing else
nothing else in there other than good stuff.
No preservatives or anything like that.
Because you made your own, stock cubes.
Yeah,
well, not stock cube, but stock
stuff. So you put cherry tomatoes with walnuts together with a bit of this stuff in a blitzer, blitz it all up, and it comes out like a pesto sauce.
It's like a pesto sauce,
yeah.
It's
but
lovely.
it's obviously red, not pesto.
Pinky ready.
Yeah, it's a pinky ready, and so you're boiling your pasta. This one in this recipe is about boiling sprouting broccoli. But I have adapted it a little bit. We like our asparagus, so we cut up asparagus, and I also put a little poach a little bit of salmon, and I flake that up. And then when they're all cooked, and you've got your sauce, you put it all into, obviously drain it all off, and then put it all into the same pan. Put your sauce into that pan. You can keep a bit of the vegetable, either the broccoli or the asparagus water, and just add a bit more of that into the whatever it is that you blitzed it in. I use a bullet, don't I? And then just shake it up just to get the rest of it out of there, and then shove it back in the pan, and then you've got this most wonderful sauce.
And then you reheat it all up.
Reheat it all up, and it's just
it is lovely.
It is lovely.
It is
it's
very,
one of
very
my
nice.
favourites.
So that's great. So that's the broccoli and walnut orecchiette. Mrs. T likes to put asparagus in there and the flaked salmon, but we're actually going to have this one tonight, aren't
with
we?
the broccoli.
Which is quite nice.
Yeah, and then we make other things that are there, like the minestrone soup, which is just lovely. And you've also made the pecan cookies, haven't you?
Yeah, there's pecan cookies in here. So chocolate. Where are they? I'll just try and find them. Yeah.
Pecan
Tim actually did them on the TV show. So pecan and chocolate cookies. Now these are honestly, they are so easy to make.
And there's no flour, no eggs.
There's no flour in them, there's no eggs. It's flaxseed, so you soak the flaxseed a little bit in water for 10-15 minutes, and while that's soaking, you can then get your chocolate. So we use 90% chocolate, which is really one of the best and healthier chocolates that is available. Chop that up. Get, I think it's about 80 grams or 50 grams. Let me just check here. So 50 grams of pecan nuts, chop them up, put them in a bowl. Then you've got a couple of 100 grams of ground almonds, pop those in a bowl, and I think that's just a bit. 4 tablespoonfuls of virgin olive oil.
And some light brown
and
sugar.
3 tablespoonfuls of some light brown sugar. That's really the I wouldn't say nasty, but that's the bad bit in it. But once you even that sugar out across all the cookies, it's very little.
Yeah.
And then you just mix it up and hand knead it all, and then put it out into biscuit-sized lumps on a baking tray in the oven for sort of 10-12 minutes. When they come out, just sprinkle a little bit of sea salt over the top.
Oh, that was lovely. I like that.
Just gives it that little bit of to it.
Yeah.
And they are great. And Tim made those on the programme. We've made these lots and lots. In fact, we're getting really boring. We went to a party the other week, didn't we? And we took these along with us as well. And they went down a treat. So that was good.
We also starting to eat lots of nuts as well. So we get bags of nuts, don't we? And sometimes if I think, well, we've got loads of nuts, I'll just chop them all up. Chop all the nuts up, put some, mix them together with honey or maple syrup,
and then seeds.
And some seeds, little I can't remember, chia seeds and all these other things, all these little seeds you can get.
And then you put them in you put them in dark chocolate, don't you?
No. So what I do is I flatten that out in the baking tray,
of course,
shove it in the oven on 160 for about half an hour.
Granola bars, isn't it?
Yeah, granola bars, and then bring it out, and then I drizzle the chocolate over them,
right,
and then I cut them up, and it's just lovely.
Yeah, they're really good. So they're good, healthy snacks as well. But this really has, well, not just this book, but the whole process
and the whole program
has changed. And let me explain why. We started this about 13, 14 months ago. That's when the programme started. Normally in that time, I would have gone on a diet, lost a load of weight, and then I would have put that weight back on by now and some more. But this time now, 12, 13, 14 months down the line, I'm still eating healthy. I'm still losing weight.
Little bit by little bit. It's like you said once upon a time, it's taken me a long time to put this weight on, so it's going to take me a long time to get it off. And even if it's like half a pound a week, you know, you just keep chipping at it. Yeah. I mean, you had all your bloods done again, didn't you, recently?
Yeah, literally 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, you're all in the green.
Yeah,
it's
I'm all
amazing.
in the green. My cholesterol, my blood sugars, everything
you
is...
look great.
Yeah, everything is in the normal. So my blood pressure's come down. I've lost 2 blood pressure tablets. I've come off my beta blockers. And this is not just because of the book. I mean, the book is certainly helping with the recipes, but that's because we've taken ultra-processed food out of our diet, and I think that's the big thing.
Yeah, Tim has wanted to educate people that, you know, about ultra-processed foods, because we don't know. We don't know what's in these things that we're buying from the supermarket. So yeah, it's
all about the gut health. Once you look after what's going on inside, it sorts the rest of the body out.
It does.
So, and what is his 4Ks? Kimchi, kombucha, sauerkraut, and kefir.
Kefir.
So they're all in here. So it's great.
So towards the end of the video,
click on that button. That's the link that will take you straight through to Amazon to get the book. So if you're really interested, I know a lot of people have said to us, you know, it's really made us think. Well, I think this is about 14 quid. And no, we didn't get it free. We actually bought it.
We did.
And it's the best 14 quid I think we've ever spent.
And we've got other cookbooks.
Yeah.
This is one
This is the one we really stick to.
And we're going to do lots on the Caddock, aren't we, in the summer?
Yes, we are. Yeah, so that's really good. Hit the round button and subscribe, because we can bring you more of these and we can keep you up to date with what we're doing.
Yeah.
And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that of interest. So go and get it. It's a nice little book.
Change your lives.
Yeah. Thanks very much for watching.
See you later.
And safe and happy whatever you're doing today. Bye.